is to say to these people and to say to the governments of the world, these people are citizens of the world. They are entitled to have passports. They are entitled to travel freely across borders.
We have a real world citizen community here. Yeah. In language. Nationality. English, Russian, Polish, French, Spanish, Portuguese. If we're human beings, then we have human rights.
Me Ludi, to just la vie c'est ça, et yes, the residence Skashimta.
But we have to claim them.
No, me dansni abizatin.
Did you ever learn about this Declaration of Human Rights? The first article says that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They're endowed with reason and conscience and should speak and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. Article 1, Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
Despite the guarantees in the Human Rights Declaration passed by the UN in 1948, millions of refugees cannot travel freely. Many are unable to read or write. Others cannot obtain documents. Often they are forced to leave their homes to find work or escape repression. And even if they do manage to leave, their documents can be confiscated.
I've recently received answer negative that I'm not entitled to get granted a right to a political asylum.
Je suis ici en demande d'asile.
I'm also asylum seeker.
Parce que je faisais groupe à une organisation que je peux dire. Si avoir à ma poste donc un passeport comme les autres en ont.
And I want also to get that World Service Authority passport that everybody has.
Pour que ça me permet à me déplacer surtout.
So because of this, we are afraid and we are really, just psychologically speaking, we don't know what is coming next. So that's why we are facing your organization. And we hope, and we have almost put our hopes on it, as it has been explained by many of the members here. I have the passport, I own it now.
You have it?
Yes. It's my passport.
Okay. Now this is the International Exit Visa.
Yeah.
This is based upon Article 13, Section 2 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. This doesn't mean that all governments are going to recognize this. This gives us a tool to claim our right. This is a bureaucratic tool, in other words, because what is stopping us from leaving is their bureaucratic tool. In other words, the visa of control.
Yes.
So we say, okay, now we have our tool, we're neutralizing your tool, and we're claiming the right to leave. You see, this is the beginning of a whole new development in human rights. In other words, we have to recognize that these rights are ours because we're humans. And we have to start thinking in human terms. Not black, not Somali, not Sudanese, not Angolan. That's finished. The world is now our home.
The wall is falling down, although it still exists in a way. I believe that in a short period of time, it will still come down, all of it. But in the meantime, the wall is still standing up. I need the pass to go through. That's why I need the passport. And that will help me much again to go and claim my rights, not only in Germany, but can be another part of the world.
The World Service Authority, the organization Gary Davis started in 1953, has its main office just a few blocks from the United States Capitol. But its goals are very different. Funded through the fees collected by issuing various documents, it's the administrative arm of an emerging world government. In 1989, a branch office was opened in Japan.
Sonia. Good morning. Good morning.
Mail pours in from around the world, from refugees, businessmen, people with many needs and problems.
I started with the World Service Authority in 1976 when Gary Davis first returned to the United States and established WSA here in Washington, D.C. We tried to fill the need of documentation for people without documents worldwide.
Here's a letter from a guy. His name is Erdem Abdullah. He was born in '68 in Turkey, and he's Kurdish. And like many in Turkey who are Kurdish, he's had to escape from his country because of governmental persecution. And now he writes, "I do not have any country and no passport. I need your help." Yes, that's right. Quite welcome, Adrian. Bye then. That was a call from a woman in Los Angeles, outside of Los Angeles, who is helping with several individuals from Bulgaria who are currently in processing in Canada. And right now we're seeing a large number of Bulgarians that are, for one reason or another, being denied resident status in Canada. And a number of them are writing to us, and we're trying to assist them as best we can, arming them with these human rights tools. This office receives between 40 and 50,000 pieces of mail a year, and we're increasing in volume.
I had a tour just like this one planned for October, November, and early December. And in fact, I made my bags and was just a few days away from flying from Madrid, where I live, over to New York to begin.
According to most governments, including the United States, international travel is a privilege, not a right. Philip Agee found that out. A former CIA agent and now a critic of American foreign policy, Agee was forced to cancel trips and speaking engagements because the U.S. State Department revoked his passport and pressured other governments not to help.
So I had to cancel that tour and get working on the solution to the problem. And the solution came